Folks, we've been warning you. I start these videos oftentimes by saying we've been warning you. Now, this one's been a big one because we've been talking about the process that the hard left is going through in order to take your freedoms. But this one is so big because it has prophetic implications behind it. Now, I have said that the United States of America has been the last sort of strong beacon that has kept the mechanism of Marxism and globalism and all of these things from coming in. Now, when Joe Biden and his regime took office, they started making a lot of changes that destroyed everything good that America was all about. They've been chipping away at it. They've been taking away our freedoms. They started by all kinds of crazy executive orders that literally wiped away tons of jobs, tons of freedoms. They go on to make these insane mandates where they basically are taking away the liberties of Americans all over the country. They are getting people to be dependent upon the state. They literally are encouraging and incentivizing people to not work. And now the Biden administration, actually the Biden regime, I have to keep correcting myself, is pressing lawmakers to enact a plan that basically is going to require banks to turn over every detailed bit of information to the Internal Revenue Service. He wants to see all the inflows and outflows of virtually every American bank account in existence. This is all about control, ladies and gentlemen. This is all about taking away freedoms. This is all about power. This is all about the money-hungry, power-hungry, globalist movement that is taking place. Ladies and gentlemen, let me explain what we're watching here. What we are watching is literally the idea of a one world government and a one world economy beginning to come into fruition. When the government can control everything that's going on in your account, in and out of your account, they can control you. They've made it very easy to control you because they've already put on a bunch of mandates that regulate how you take care of your own health. They want to control how you worship the Lord. They want to control when you cannot go to church. They want to say something like a strip joint takes on more precedent in terms of, I don't know what you want to call it, importance, than going to lift your hands up to the Lord. And now they want to control your inflows and your outflows. They want to see everything that's going on. Why? Because if they can control all of that, they've got control over you. And if they've got control over you, here we go. Listen, it's not going to get hard to get to Revelation chapter 13 at this point. Listen, when it gets to the point that the Antichrist sets himself up in the temple and demands to be worshiped, and then requires the mark of the beast and says you cannot buy or sell without the mark of the beast, this will not seem like strange territory to anybody in the world. Why? Because we're already doing the same thing with something different. We got to wake up, folks. Look, I'm telling you, Jesus is coming soon. But until he comes, we need to stand against these things. This is why I tell you again and again and again to get involved at the closest level that you possibly can. It doesn't have to be the big national level. Get involved with your school boards. Get involved with your councilwomen. Get plugged into places where you have a scope of influence. Why? Because if we don't, we are going to let them take away these precious liberties that God gave us in this wonderful country. And it's all going to go by the wayside. We have to take a stand, folks. And believe me when I say this is really going on. The Biden administration is wanting to do this. They're basically making a criteria that says if you have $600 that either goes into or out of your account, then they want the banks to be able to report it. Which, by the way, let's just hope the banks don't ever want to do it because of all the time and energy and money it's going to take. But I'm telling you, eventually, they're going to comply. We've got to use our heads, folks. There is a time coming as I said before, where the church will be raptured, and all of this is going to become commonplace because it's going to need to in order for the Antichrist to do what he wants to do, which is our signal as the church to get on it. It's our signal as a church to get busy and start getting involved with these matters. Why? Because Jesus is coming soon. And I already expect you to be praying. I already expect you to be reading. I already expect you to be preaching the gospel. It is part of your heart beating and it is part of your breathing if you are a Christian. But it's time to do the things that God requires of us even beyond the basics. That we would get out there and we would get involved because our world is changing. It's time to fight the good fight, you guys. We love you. God bless you. Keep your eyes on the Lord. Every legal remedy available, we use it. Fight the good fight. God bless you.